Why don't girls approach guys? It would work 99% of the time. Heterosexual women, if you want to fuck like a nigga wants to fuck, why are you sitting there waiting for him to come up to you? This isn't 1963, okay? Times have changed, all right? And just because somebody doesn't approach you doesn't mean they're less of a man. You know, a lot of women out there are mad because men approach them, right? So a lot of guys hear that and they just like completely shut down and don't do that shit no more. So the guy that you're crushing on probably thinks the same way, and you ain't really giving him like much to go on. Like, ladies, looking like this does not give a guy a sign that you want to be talked to. Looking at a guy like this does not give him sufficient enough of a sign that you want to be talked to. I know that's crazy, right? Just looking at someone should make them want to talk to you, right? I know that's crazy that they don't do it, but yeah, that's not. I mean, myself, I want to say me personally, if a girl just looks at me, I'm not going to be like, damn, she wants to talk to me. Now, there's sometimes that does happen. I'm not saying it never happens, but who knows how many girls have looked at me and were like, man, I would like to talk to that guy. I'm sure there's many. I actually had a girl's friend approach me in the gym and asked if I wanted to talk to her friend. I respected that, even though it wasn't her, you know, it was her friend, but whatever the fuck. I mean, hey, still, you know what I'm saying? If you make that first move, 99% of the time, you gonna get it, all right? Unless you're really ugly, which I guess, you know, if you can't deal with the fact that you might be ugly, well, okay, then you probably shouldn't approach. But yeah, that's what guys have to deal with. You know, we approach and we get rejected, and you know, we can deal with that rejection. Can you deal with the rejection? I feel as though a lot of girls can't deal with rejection. I could be wrong, but please, ladies in the comments, let me know if I am wrong. Can you deal with rejection? If you can, approach a man you like today. I guarantee you won't get rejected. I'm telling you right now, as a man, if I go up to 100 women, okay, not me, I don't want to say me, that's not really fair. The average guy, if the average guy goes up to 100 men, and, wait, what the fuck? Oh. If the average guy goes up to 100 women, he is likely to get one. Now, take the average woman. If the average woman goes up to 100 dudes, she is likely to get 90 of those guys, if not 100. The grand majority of them will 100% always text her back, will 100% definitely be down to have some. You don't gotta worry, ladies. You got the options. So it just seems like some video game shit in my mind, right? It's like, maybe it's because it's too easy for women, that's why they don't do it. I guess because then the game would just be too fucking easy at that point if girls just approached all the time. Like, wouldn't it, right? I kind of get how traditional things go, right? Which is that the man approaches the girl and, you know, he does the courting thing. I don't got like a big issue with that. But with the modern world we live in, that just don't connect. You know, that just don't really work because things are like all out of whack. Which, whether you think that's a bad thing or a good thing, doesn't matter, because again, how the fuck you gonna expect this connector to work with this? It's not gonna go in. They don't connect, right? You need a new type of connector. But yeah, ladies, fuck, just fucking like get some balls. Just get some balls and start approaching. Like, what the fuck? And if you don't want to approach, please make it known that you want to go back to the traditional way. But if you do make that known, just know people are going to have requirements for you too. You're going to have to kind of act a little bit more traditional. If you want a guy to approach you traditionally, right, then you're going to have to like what a dude would do in a traditional sense. By that I mean, if a guy comes up to you and is like, oh man, you really look very beautiful, or they're trying to flirt with you, you can't be like, oh, what the hell, why are you flirting with me, what the fuck, that's sexual harassment. Don't do that. And I don't mean just for the guys that look good, I mean all guys. And I'm not saying you gotta entertain all guys. If you don't like them, of course let them know you don't like them. But if a guy you don't like comes up to you and is like, you look very beautiful, or whatever the case, and he's not being a complete creep, if you react like, again, oh my god, what the fuck, like, if you do that, other dudes are gonna see that and they're not gonna want to approach you. The ones you want to talk to aren't gonna want to approach you. They gonna see that and be like, I'm not talking to her. At least that's what I would think. If I seen a girl that I wanted to talk to treat another guy like that for just coming up and giving her a compliment, I'd be like, damn, that's a bitch. That's me though. That's me though. And again, I'm not saying everybody has to want things traditional, but if you want guys to come up to you like in the traditional sense, then you got to be willing to play that game. You gotta be willing to play that game. Because otherwise, what are guys supposed to do? Am I supposed to come up to you and be like, wow, you have some really nice nails? Or hi, you have a really nice hat? Like, no, like, dude, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm attracted to them. I'm attracted to the way that dress fit. I'm attracted to how those titties sit in that motherfucking blouse. I'm attracted to your face, something like that. That's why I'm approaching you, you know what I'm saying? And in some cases, yeah, I might see you talk and be like, oh, I like the way she presents herself and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, whatever, but like, when I'm approaching, it's only one reason why I'm really approaching. Well, I'm not gonna say one reason, but there's really only a few reasons why I'm approaching, which is that, I would like to get to know you better. And I think we all adults in the room, so you know what I'm talking about when I say get to know you better. And it doesn't just mean only sex. I'm not just saying only sex. It means I might want to, have a relationship with you. Doesn't mean dating completely, could also just mean a situationship. That's what I'm saying though, right? But I'm kind of getting a little far from the topic, which is again that, ladies, if you want to get that guy that you've been eyeing, just go talk to him. That's it. Get the fuck out of this old mentality, because that old world is gone. This is a new day. It's a new dawn. I don't know what that song is, but anyways though, namaste and peace.